Check, check. You can. Check, check. Yeah. Okay. That should be fine. Three. On the dot. On the dot. I know. Immediately. Buwang lang gid diha usa ka set nagsisig. Right. We're live? Alrighty. Hey, good afternoon everyone. Welcome to another BU episode here on YouTube. We are your friends from BSA Solutions. We are a proud recipient of the Great Place to Work Award for 2 years now. My name is Nico. Hope all is well with you. And yeah, it's been a while since we've done the BU series, and I'm glad that we have another guest here to feature. Of course, we want to have our guests to be as genuine as they can, as authentic as they can, and to be the most natural you, so to speak. Righty then. So this afternoon, we feature one of our associates. Of course, he is one of our customer service representatives. Everyone, please give me a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause to Kent. May hapon. Good afternoon.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me here.
You have the vacation glow, so to speak.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
How was Boracay?
It was great actually. 5 days staycation there.
Your first time now?
Yeah, it was my
Your
first
time.
Yes,
Cool.
going there. So it was fun. Meet a lot of new people. And it's expensive.
There. That was the one thing I forgot to ask you. How was it? Was it expensive? Was it fine? I from what I hear, like everywhere you go, you have like to pay a fee. Is that the case?
Yes. Every time you eat, you have to spend like at least like $6, I believe.
Ooh.
So a tip would be if you want to go there, then you have to go by groups so that you can share and then divide.
So like
cost,
what we would call this chip in.
Yes,
We chip
correct.
in. Okay, good times. For those of you who have been to Boracay, those who are watching right now, you can actually join in and chime in on the conversation. We have a chat box on the on your right side of the screen. I believe you'll be able to see all everything that people can like throw in the 2 cents right there. So let us know. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead. Get down to business. Kent, let's talk about yourself. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I would say I'm empathetic. I'm also adaptive and probably genuine, dedicated. Yeah,
So empathetic. I heard the last word is genuine. What was the other one?
adaptive.
Adaptive. Okay, tell us more about those descriptions.
I believe these 3 things really helped me or honed me to be a good customer service
Yeah.
representative, I believe. It also helped me with my personal growth, with understanding people, for being empathetic with understanding their situation, adaptive to all situations in life, I believe, not just work, and being genuine how you connect to people. I think that's the core for me.
It is true because you have to be able to relate to the person you are on the phone with or
Yes.
whoever you are going to be talking to because some of these people have issues, but most of the time, if you've spent a lot of time in customer support, I have worked in customer support for quite a long time. Not a lot of them really have problems. They just want to be heard.
Yes, I agree.
And once you let them talk, or maybe if you just let them vent, I think they're going to be okay. It's just
Right,
they just need someone to listen to whatever.
to,
Right?
correct.
So
Yeah.
I like that. Next, you've been with BSA for about 18 months. Let's say a year and a half. So what's your favorite part about working here at BSA Solutions?
Oh, I didn't believe that was already that long already. So, I would say the payday.
Ah!
Just kidding. Well, I love the culture here.
Okay.
The leaders, very empowering. They would really help you decide meaningful decisions, create meaningful decisions rather. Again, they are just very helpful, not just about work, but also your personal. Like for me, I have Coach Aris, by the way. Aside from being a TCX, he's also a fitness coach, which I personally want to be fit.
Yes.
So he helped me with, what should I eat, what should I control, what exercise should I work on. So yeah, there's just a lot of things here at BSA. It's like a family to me.
And I hope all the fitness tips you got from Aries helped you with your summer bod for Boracay. I sure hope so. Alrighty then. What's the one thing? And this is really, if someone would know you, especially from work, you would have like a little idea about this person, their quirks, what they like, what they don't like, but they don't know like maybe the ins and outs of you, like since you only spend time with that person for maybe like 8 hours or what have you once you clock in clock out, but all the other facets of you they may not know. But what's one thing that most people don't know about you?
I think they don't know that I'm really not smart at mathematics. So
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. But you do a lot of math at work.
sometimes,
Sometimes.
just basic mathematics.
Okay.
But they really think that I'm really smart because of how I talk,
Uh-huh.
how I speak. But I'm really weak at numbers. So I can just do basic like, addition, subtraction.
Okay, that makes 2 of us, so that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. That's exactly why I'm a mass comm graduate.
Yeah.
I'm bad at math. So the Lord doesn't give everything.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So bad at math too. So that makes the two, both of us. Okay, let's talk about your life as a customer support representative. I know that it can be taxing, but at the same time, it can be very rewarding. Let's talk about this first. customer service is often called the front line of business, and I definitely agree with that. Now, how do you handle that certain aspect of the job?
Well, as a frontline though, we really give the first impression to our customer. They won't be able to see us though, but through phones via voice. So I always believe that each call during the first 10 seconds, I believe, or 15, it can either break the call or make the call. So you have to really give the best impression to them. Um, what else? Um,
Well, from my customer service training back in the day, you, since you're on the phone and you're talking to the customer, you basically are the voice of the company.
yes,
So
we are the face of the company actually.
exactly, and you would be their first, like you would be their first interaction, basically. So it is very important that you're able to handle whatever situations or whatever issues they would have on the call. Now, let's talk about that deeper. Have you had how many years have you been a customer service representative?
10 years. I
10
believe.
years,
Yes.
a decade. Wow. So how young did you start?
I was 19 years old when I get into this industry.
Wow. Okay. So a decade into this particular industry, for sure you've had like strange calls, funny calls.
A lot,
Can you
actually.
remember some of them?
Yeah, strange calls. There was back when I was working in retail. I have this a couple or this guy who
Okay.
is planning to buy a gift, anniversary gift, and then he wants me to decide what
Oh.
should I buy for the girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I just gave him an advice of what thing do you sometimes think of this, like if you see something, what reminds you of this person?
Right on.
And then you go ahead and buy that.
Okay.
And then what he told me was he's buying the scented candles because
Okay.
every time he smells it, he remembers the girl. So then go ahead and buy that.
Ah.
So yeah.
So definitely relatability. How about any funny calls? Do you remember any funny calls you've had?
There's a lot actually, but I can't think of any right now.
But the scented candles will definitely work, and I sure hope that whoever that person is, I hope the wife really did enjoy the scented candles, and of course what comes after lighting the scented candles, if you know what I mean. Okay, personally, I've had, because apart from customer support, I also did market research. So we would conduct surveys over the phone.
Right.
And it was fun because you get to hear like people's opinions on things. So we did like surveys for hospitals, we did surveys for banks, and then at that, also we did like a lot of surveys for political surveys. The thing is, here in the Philippines, we don't really have a lot of political surveys over the phone.
Yes.
But in the US, there's a lot of that. So it was fun to like just really hearing people's opinions on things. Customer support though, okay, I remember this. This was like in 2005. I was still a newbie in the BPO industry, and I remember this customer would call in the wee hours, and it's funny because I would receive the call, and then the person next to me would receive the call, and then the other person within the room would just receive the call.
Okay.
So his call just gets bounced.
Okay.
And it doesn't get any. It doesn't. His issue doesn't get resolved, but I think he just really just wants to talk to people, something like that. So it was like, oh, okay, that's something peculiar or something like that. Let's talk about your undertakings with different kinds of customers. Okay, this is really interesting. If you had to give them funny character names, what would they be?
I can actually name two.
Okay.
We have the storyteller.
Okay.
So I would call them storyteller because it's just a simple query, a simple question,
Yeah.
but it goes like a whole lot of.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna explain to you like a whole life story of
Sure.
the situation, but it just roots down to a basic question
Okay.
or a simple inquiry. Second would be the detectives. They actually ask
Okay.
you endless questions. Right.
Interesting, interesting.
Right.
I remember talking about like the chatty ones.
Yes.
I did work for like a customer support brand. That was Australia based, and Australians can get really chatty on the phone. But it's nice because they talk about their day, they talk about like what they've been doing over the weekend, stuff like that. They're very conversational, and
Right.
I love that. It eats up your AHT, but it's fun. It's fun. Those who are in the BPO industry, you know exactly
What AHT
what
means.
AHT is. It's average handling time, like how long you take your calls, like how long or how short you take your calls. You have to take it in average. All right. So how about the? Oh yeah, I remember this. I had a call when I was in technical support, and it gives you an idea of how slow our internet is.
Oh, okay.
Because uh, the situation was he was like asking me exactly what you said, like the ones who would ask questions. So he was like asking me, what's the fastest plan that you have for your company? And I was like, okay, for is this for residential or commercial? So residential, okay. It's a 300 Mbps, and that was, and this was like 20, I think 14 or something like that. And at that, or no, 2015, around thereabouts. And that was actually really fast. And he was like saying, okay, because this particular company just across the road is already offering like 1 Gbps, not Mbps, Gbps. So it's like multiply Mbps to like 1,000, something like that. So it's already really fast for the same for like for
Same
almost the
price.
same amount,
Yeah.
same price. I was like, wow. Oh, okay. I need to put my mic closer. Okay, and then you realize that. Okay, so my internet, so the internet speed here in the country is like really, really slow, man. We're trying to catch up already. I believe we have really fast plans now, even for residential, and I'm glad that that is already happening. But you have to pay like premium for it.
Premium.
Like it would go upwards of like 2.5 to 3,000 for you to get like premium for residential accounts. It is what it is. Alrighty then. Kent, you call yourself customer obsessed. I love that term. What does that mean for you in your role?
Yeah, I actually just learned that title like customer obsessed working a few years back. For me, being a customer obsessed is going further, like doing above and beyond for the customer, making it every interaction meaningful, and creating creative solutions for them, tailor fit to what they're calling about. So that's
Oh, we need to move
okay.
it
Sorry.
a little closer too. Okay.
Sorry. How about now? Can you hear it? Okay. So going back, so customer obsessed for me is just basically like an A plus, like going above and beyond for your customers.
Okay, give me a little example of that in real time, like in your actual calls. Like how do you go above and beyond for your customers here?
Let's just say, um, like for example, when I was working as an assistant, I believe, like an assistant from uh, like a doctor
Okay,
actually.
okay.
So, um, he was actually living for a trip,
Ah, okay.
and then but I know he loves pet.
Oh,
So
okay.
aside from me arranging the trip, transportation, the staycation or whatever, I also have to think of where can he leave his dogs.
Oh.
So that's something that I need to also prepare where he
Right.
can, yeah, I have to look for a shelter or animal care.
Yeah.
Like while he's away, someone
Right.
can take care of the dogs. So I'm not just thinking of the trip, but also what are the things he needs to have an attention while he's away.
That's attention to detail right
Yes.
there, Kent. That's awesome. Let's talk about this because you know, when dealing with customers, you can't always have customers that will go the way you think. Some customers can really be testy with you. Some have tantrums. Some have like bad flares and everything. Some of them can be really, I would say, they will test your patience in so many ways. Let's just put it that way. How do you keep your cool, especially when your customers are agitated or maybe they're just frustrated on whatever the issue is? How do you deal with that?
Well, I just be mindful with my emotions. Actually, I always think that their anger or their frustrations are not directly pointed to me,
Right.
but it's more of the situation that they're in. I let them vent, and I divert my energy more on finding solution. So that's how I keep it cool. Um, yeah, basically, you just have to let them speak,
True.
hear
By
them. Yeah.
by letting them speak, you know, you can actually understand the pain points, and then once you identify the pain points, then you realize and find solutions.
Yes.
I does this work for you? Because I saw this one time. I think there's this Veronica. I don't know if you know Veronica. It's on
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes.
She has like situational
Yeah, I
calls.
love her. I follow her actually.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
So she gives like pointers. Let's say if you have really testy customers over the phone, and what she would do is, she would like, okay, how she would word it differently, but she would be like, I'm on your side. You can't be yelling at me because we are not gonna have this conversation because
Right.
we're not fighting. I wanna help you with your solution, with solving your problem. So you can't be. Can we start again? Blah blah blah. Does
Yeah.
that work for you?
Yes, at the back of my head, like every time I have these difficult interactions with customers, I became Veronica at the back of my
Ah,
head.
nice.
But of course, facing them, talking to them, you have to sound differently. So.
Of course, of course. But I like the idea that you actually think like, how can I be as close as Veronica on the
Yeah.
phone? I can't be as punchy as Veronica on the phone because I might lose my job. But at least you get the idea. You
Yes.
get the point. You get the point. That's cool. Now, let's talk about your people skills because this is definitely important, especially like you said, since your only means of helping people is over the phone, and how you empathize and how you work with them, and how your tone matches with them really does matter. This is really good because you just received recently a certificate of recognition from your client, which is really good. Hey, how about the round of applause for that? Okay, so you got the recognition from the client's team lead who commended you for, and I quote, maintaining resilience and professionalism despite challenges that could drive anyone to the brink of insanity. Now, tell us the story behind that.
Well, it was just this particular afternoon, though, just typical one actually. We didn't really thought it's going to be a busy, like a back-to-back calls from elderly people who uses our technology. So,
Okay.
you know, when we say elderly, they're really not good at technology. 'Cause
Right.
I work for a tech company, though. So they're trying to do these things or steps on their mobile phones. So you have to guide them. You have to
Right.
be patient with them.
Right.
Because they don't know what to tap on the screen, what should be the next step, and why do they have to do this. So you have to explain it to them because not all elderly people would understand.
True.
So this afternoon, it was really a back-to-back calls, adding up with some tasks that's colliding its deadline. So
Okay.
I just have to take a pause, slowly just trying to focus what are the critical ones that needs to be finished. On top of that are these calls coming in. So luckily, my team were very cooperative. We're very understanding to each other. So we had to decide who's gonna take this call first, and then we divided portions of the tasks so that we can be able to meet the deadlines. So yeah, I think that was really the situation that afternoon. And while on the call, I didn't know that I'm being recognized
Oh.
for such. So my team lead gave me their certificate though. The certificate sounded funny actually.
Okay.
And I didn't know it would weight a lot here with BSA. So I immediately told my TCX manager, Aris, that, hey, Holly gave me this. And then so they gave me a lot of like a voucher, a coffee voucher.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of recognition going on, not just from Holly, but also here in BSA, and I was so happy. I'm so grateful about it. Yeah, so thank you so much, Holly, for the award if you're watching this.
Nice. It's great that every once in a while you get rewarded and recognized for the good things that you do. I mean, come on. In a world of negativity and a lot of pessimism on socials, it's nice that we have a speck of positivity as well. So if we can equal that, just so we can have some balance in the force, so to speak. So congratulations on that,
Right.
especially you working with elderly customers. It's so hard because think about it. The difficulty is of course, one aspect of the difficulty of that call was you were talking to an elderly customer who's not able to navigate their way using the phone.
Yeah.
The hardest part is you're trying to help a customer through your voice while you're a million miles away, right? You're like so far. I mean, if we were just inches away, this would have been like resolved. You didn't even have to call at all, right? So the fact that you're able to do that, and the fact that you've been patient enough to walk the customer through the steps, kudos to you. Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So what's your secret to staying professional and composed? That's a really good question, because some people, it's so hard to be able to do that, especially when you have like a gazillion calls that's coming your way, or there are difficult customers, or it's just a difficult time for you, maybe problems at home or what have you. But how do you stay professional?
I just stay calm actually. So regardless of how many customers are shouting, nagging or everything, you just have to be patient, be understanding. You have to understand where they're coming from, why they're acted this way, and you have to stay focused, solution focused, I would say, so that while you're listening, by listening to them, you would be able to know what's the root cause, why they're acting this way, why are they mad with the service.
Right.
So you just have to stay focused, learn as well from them, and I think that's just about it.
And maybe not take things personally too.
Yes, I would agree.
Because some people would take the negativity a little too personal. Come on, man. You're the only bridge of that customer to the company or service. So of course they're going to be frustrated, right?
Just be mindful with your emotion and just embrace positivity.
Right on.
Whatever it is on the phone.
Right on. Okay. So, we talked about this like last week. I did not know that that you're actually working in shifts, a rotational shift, so to speak. That can be really tough. I remember when I was working at that first BPO I had 2 schedules in a week, and that was really tough because it was at the night shift, and I would, let's say for the first 3 days, I would come in at like, let's say 3 in the morning. So the next 2 days I'll be coming in at like midnight. So the lack of sleep can really hurt you. Let's talk about your rotational shifts. Let's talk about what your time ins, time outs are, and what's your best tip for customer service reps like you who have rotational shifts.
Well, there's just 2 of us here. One starts at 7 to 4 and the other one starts at 1 p.m. to 10.
Okay.
So we shift every month.
Okay.
So it's difficult when you don't know how to find your rhythm.
Okay.
Right. So me personally, I have to find like a pre and post shift activities after work. So if I were in the morning, I definitely need a cup of coffee to fuel my day.
Okay.
If I were to start late, then probably I can do like relaxation in the morning, like have a quick jog,
Yeah.
like be active before going to work. Cause at the end you finish at 10. It's already late, so you do all those activities like your do it pre-shift while you're 7 a.m. You can do everything in the post-shift. So you just have to find your rhythm, your outlet, not to be burned out. Because I think having a rotational schedule is very difficult.
It is. It is. And like I said, the last time I did that was 2005. If I did that today, oh my God, my body would not be happy with it. But yeah. But I think the nice thing about your shift is that it's in the morning,
Yes.
right?
So
It would have
no
been.
graveyard.
I think it's gonna be different when it's at
Right,
night and you
right.
have two shifts. Exactly, that's what happened to me because I worked at night. I worked at night. It was my first BPO, and I had two shifts. It was crazy. I only lasted 6 months. I wasn't able to like go through the process. I wasn't even regularized.
Oh.
Yeah, because I mean, how can you like live with that? I mean, it's so hard.
Difficult.
It's so difficult, but this shift allows you to be able to do that again,
Yes.
since you're working in the morning. So that's good times. Good times. Okay. Oh, this one. This is I think a good question, especially for those who are burnt out, for those who are feeling the pinch of the struggles of work and what have you. What's your go-to I need to stay sane routine after a very long shift or after a very challenging shift, so to speak?
Well, that depends on the budget.
Okay. All right. Let's say you have let's say you have like $500 to spare.
Well, probably.
What would you do?
Travel, of course. Just
Okay.
what I did.
No, $500 like for
Oh,
that
okay.
for that day, and then you still have a shift the next day. How will you spend that $500 just to stay sane?
Oh, okay. So probably I'll call some friends.
Okay.
And then we go dine somewhere.
Okay.
Mostly, me and my friends actually do is we go to the elevated area. And,
Okay, somewhere up the mountains.
Yeah, and then we watch together the city lights,
nice.
and detox.
Nice. How about
check.
if you had like an extra $5,000 to spare, and then you have work the next day? You wanna live large, stay sane. What we're gonna do with that $5,000?
Shopping.
Nice. nice. What would you shop?
Because I love nice things, so
Okay.
probably, I love capturing memories actually.
Okay.
So probably a device that has a very good quality, camera quality. So yeah, that would be my
Okay.
number one list.
Okay, I got you. Now, your superpower as a customer service representative is basically helping people. How has that shaped your approach to work? Like how you look at things?
It actually shapes everything because helping people, it's more of how I feel in return. Like how do you call it? Like it's more of when you help people, it's just something like the energy that comes back in you. There is a word in it, but I forgot.
What is it? Rewarding? Is it what? Is it fuel? Is it what?
It's rewarding, actually. It's so nice to help other people, making it easier for them,
Right.
giving knowledge to them.
Right. Okay. Would you say since like helping people is a superpower, is that a gift, a curse, or both?
I think it's always a gift.
Okay, because I would say like why I asked that because it's a gift and a curse I believe because when you're helping remember Spider-Man, there is a song from Yellow Card. It's gifts and curses. The thing is, it's a gift and a curse because if you're a superhero, you help people, but the curse is you can't you protect your private life a little more because your vulnerability is you have someone to protect. You're protecting the entire world, but you're so protective of this one person, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So when you're a customer service representative, you're protecting everyone from all their issues, but at the same time, you also have your issues, but you can't disclose what your issues are to that person. That's why I think like being a customer service representative, it's a gift and a curse because you have to remain composed even if you have like issues and everything. That's how a superhero is. They have issues, but they will never ever tell you what they are. And I know that's the kind of person you are too. You may have some issues, but you're never the kind of person who will tell. I can tell from your eyes. I can already tell. Okay, now let's talk about this. This is going to be a fun and rapid fire round. So I need you to be as spontaneous. Give me your answer in the fastest possible time. Question number one: would you rather have unlimited coffee refills or unlimited vacation days?
Unlimited coffee.
Okay, cool. If you had to survive a deserted island with only 3 items from your workstation, what would they be? 1, 2, 3.
Sunscreen. I always bring sunscreen. Scissors for cutting, and then my water.
Okay, cool. Nice. What's the most ridiculous excuse you've used to get out of a bad call?
Um, um, Bad reception.
Nice. How can you have a bad reception? You're on a hardwired connection. Sheesh. Okay, you have no food restrictions. What's your ultimate cheat meal after a long shift?
Well, it depends on my mood, but
Okay.
probably I would eat everything twice.
Oh,
It
nice.
depends on my mood, really. Sometimes I want Korean, sometimes I want to go Japanese.
Okay. All right, top 3 that comes to mind. Top 3 food that you want that comes to mind.
Barbecue,
1.
Korean noodles, and chicken teriyaki.
Okay, barbecue, Korean what? Korean noodles and beef teriyaki.
Yeah, chicken teriyaki.
Chicken teriyaki. They eat that twice. Okay, nice, cool. Okay, we're about to wrap up, Kent, but I just have like a few more questions. Let's talk about BSA solutions. You mentioned you actually talked about a little bit of it when you started. How has BSA helped you as a professional?
Well, it actually gave me an opportunity to learn something in this industry because it's totally different from BPO setting.
Yeah.
So when I came here, the environment was totally different. There's no training because you have to rely on your clients.
Right on.
You have to be dependent on yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So professionally, it allows me to learn new skills that I didn't know that I'm capable of, actually.
True.
And there's a lot of things as well that I have learned here. Making connections to people, and always try new things.
Nice. Because for the BPO sector, you have like lots of people, right? Let's say like there's like 20 trainees in your batch, and you're pretty much doing the same work.
Yes.
But here, you could have like a client and then just one virtual assistant. That's it.
Yes.
And then you'd have to do your job that 5 people are supposed to do, but it's just compressed into one person. You do pretty much everything, and you don't have the liberty of an SME. You know those floor walkers who just go around and then what's your issue? Okay, and then they give you like pointers on what to do.
Right.
You have to figure it out.
Yes, you have to
on
be
your own.
self-sufficient.
Right on. So and that comes with the territory. That's why for those who work in the BPO sector, this particular sector though, virtual assistants, their jobs are pretty, I would say, very complex. It's not as, the thing with BPOs is that you would have to hire a lot of people.
Yes,
it's volume hiring for them. They are tailor fit to the actual client. All right, so it's very different. But then again, it is what it is. Okay, now if you could give customers Oh, this is good. If you could give customers one golden rule when calling customer support or CSR, what would it be?
Um, Speak nicely. Use soft words, actually.
There, I like
Yes.
that. I like that. Use soft words. I think that's true. What other thing can you like squeeze in apart from using soft words?
Um, because I guess it's really more of communication, so I would stick with that.
Okay, okay, soft words, got it. Last but not least, now what's the one thing you want our viewers to remember you, remember you by?
Um, the title that I have been using for years to be customer obsessed. So um, there's nothing wrong with giving other people a hand.
Nice. Nice. There's nothing wrong about giving other people a hand. Of course, we just want to be empathetic. We just want to be able to help people out, and maybe just maybe because of the help you gave out, you end that call with a smile.
Yes.
Yeah. So helping customers one call at a time. Kent, thank you so much for joining us today. Of course.
Thank you.
Right, that was fun. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, I hope you were able to get some insights, and of course, I hope you were able to listen to the conversation. Of course, with Kent here, one of our customer service associates, representatives here at BSA Solutions. And this has been another BU episode here at BSA Solutions. We are a proud recipient of the Great Place to Work Award for 2 years now. This has been Nico. You take care. Have a great week ahead, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.